I'm going to go to Tom Little first. You were in tears last night. You were angry at your club. 24 hours later, we're streaming again late at night, and you've just pulled off the biggest signing in Premier League football history, the biggest hijack in maybe football history. How are you feeling right now?
It's one of them ones where I don't think it's really sunk in because Liverpool don't normally do this. That is the final piece that this midfield needed. 100% it is. And it's even sweeter the way we've got it done. The way that Chelsea tried to be all smart and put in 48 million for Lavia and, we'll get him on the cheap and we'll unsettle this, that, and then we've just basically snatched their chain today, took their top target they spent 2 months negotiating for in 12 hours. That's the way serious football clubs operate. That's how you get it over the line. I know Fabrizio's just said, it's still not done, that there could still be a late change or something. Ultimately, I want to believe that it's all done. I want to believe that the saga was done. It was an auction that was held with the midnight deadline. I don't know why they'd set a midnight deadline if they're just going to change if they're just going to allow bids after the deadline. But who knows?
There's never a deadline, Tom. When there's money on the line, there's never a deadline.
Maybe, but all I know is the 6 a.m. train from London to Liverpool, Avanti West Coast. Get him on the first one. I don't care if it's 200 quid. Get him on that first train down to us. Get that medical done ASAP. I don't think he's going to make the. I don't think he's going to make the next one. I don't think he's going to make the Chelsea game because I think he needs to be registered by.
It's midday tomorrow. He's got to be registered. The only way they get that done is if literally he's having his medical at 6 a.m. in the morning and he can get signed. But the thing is, we've seen people on deadline day do everything and get registered by within 3 or 4 hours. You probably could get it done. If you could get you don't even need him in Liverpool. Just send people. You can do the medicals in London, sign the paperwork in London and get him registered. But yeah, maybe he won't play, but I don't suppose that's the most important thing, to be fair. But sorry, go on, carry on, mate.
Oh, apparently we're doing all the documents now. It's 2:29 a.m. and we're that worried. We're doing all the documents now. We're going to have some poor members of staff at Liverpool who have not slept in 24 hours because they're writing up some documents from Moise Caicedo signing. It's a big statement from us, really. It's a big, big statement. That, to me, completes the midfield. Having McAllister and Caicedo together, that's chemistry. You add in the fact that you got Szoboszlai in there, that's your attacking side of things. To me, bringing in Caicedo signals that it is a statement of intent to stick with this box system, this 3-box-3 with Trent and Verton. But we have the potential to do the funniest thing on Sunday and bring him to Stamford Bridge with us after Chelsea's supposed dream was to have him unveiled at Sunday at Stamford Bridge. If we bring him along, that just makes it even better. But really, buzzing with the I don't think he's worth 110 million, but I don't think many players who move nowadays are worth the money. So
yeah, but this is the thing. I don't know. I'm so bored of saying it. I've been saying it for 5 years. Whenever you see the kind of base rate for players rise, it's because the money in football keeps increasing. So therefore, the players' value will. And in another 5 years, players that are now costing 30 million will be 60 million, and it will just keep increasing. David, as a Chelsea fan, how are you feeling about this? There was an air of confidence that you would get this deal done, and now Liverpool have, all the journalists have called Matt Law out, and people that said he was lying earlier on today, he's spot on.
I mean, when I saw Matt Law's tweet, I was never confident. I put it in the group chat. There's evidence of me being like, with Liverpool involved, this becomes a lot. This isn't easy to do.
I can confirm that he did. You did put it in the group chat.
And 110 mil is I think is a wild overpay for this player. But I mean, to get it done, I mean, fair play to them. However, there is this bit of me that's like, this isn't over. Just because the way that it's been talked about, I really don't think that Chelsea is just going to let 100 mil just slide. I do see us trying to match the offer and then seeing what happens. I don't think it's over personally, but in its current state, it's very embarrassing for Chelsea, especially considering you spent 3 months trying to negotiate down from 80 mil. Only in the last week got to 90 mil. only then to be like, okay, fine, we'll pay the 100. Only for another club to come in and pay 110. It's really stupid. You could have done 100 mil a couple months ago, and it would have been all sorted. So,
well, this is where it becomes fans have been arguing all summer about, is it right to haggle or just pay the price? And again, I don't think it's a polarized basic answer, but there are times where, as you're getting nearer and nearer to this deadline, where it becomes more precarious, there's more scarcity. They should have just got this done. If it had been 100 million 3 weeks ago, before Liverpool completed their deals, this would be over the line now, and they'd be well away. So yeah, I totally get it. Matt, do you agree with David? Do you feel kind of let down by Chelsea in this circumstance, or do you feel there's still a sting in the tail here? Because Fabrizio has said it's not over. So, like, how are you feeling about it right now?
This is an embarrassment for Chelsea. I was just saying before, this is an absolute embarrassment. I mean, we've failed this deal, and for me, it's about pride. 110 million, that's a lot of money. It's Todd Bowie. Sorry, excuse me, I'm a bit sick. But is Todd Bowie going to go and bid for that more? I don't think so. I think we're not going to do that. I think we're going to move on and go to our next target. But this is an embarrassment for the board because the evaluation was always 100 million. If you stop playing around and just put 100 million on the table and said, hey, back in July, in June, and say, here's 100 million, let's buy him out. But it's fine. They negotiated, they went 80, 90, whatever. And then today is when they put the 100 million in. Right before Liverpool put 110. So why don't we go and put that 100 million a couple months ago? I believe if we put 100 million and bought the evaluation price a couple months ago, we would have got him. Simple. But now we're going to go for other players like Lavia. We've got other players like Kudos probably coming in. I don't think that at the level as Caicedo is. I think Caicedo is the best DM on the market. I said we'll get Caicedo. I was very confident we're going to get Caicedo. We flopped on getting him. Fabrizio obviously just said, open window, come in, there's still a chance. I doubt we do it. But for the pride of Chelsea, for the reputation of Chelsea, you have to go and get him. You have to spend that money. I'm sorry. For me, it's an extra 12, 13 million, but it's for that pride of Chelsea. This is a player we want. It's not, for me, I don't control the money. It's not my money. I'm not going to sit and say, don't spend it. I'm going to say, go and spend that money. Go and spend that money. I want that player. I'm going to be selfish. I want that player. Get me that player. We need that player. It's what I want. We need that player because this guy will drive our DMs and allow Enzo to play better because now we failed Enzo this summer. This summer was about supporting Enzo. We failed him now. We didn't have a DM for him. So we'll see what happens with that now, but I doubt we do anything. It's actually quite embarrassing because we did that for Mudryk. We got Mudryk, 80 million, whatever. We did all that. But we're not doing it for Caicedo. I mean, it's an extra bit of money and it's different principles to it, but come on, man. I don't know. I want Caicedo.
I hear you there. So, I'm going to go to Nix and Staffy in a minute from a neutral point of view. Samuel, from your perspective, as a Liverpool fan, how are you feeling about this? Again, after you were very frustrated last night regarding the Lavia news, how do you feel about this?
Terry, I suffered that Wednesday night. To only have this come to me, I still can't believe this. We actually put the money down. I've always said that Liverpool always had the money, but we choose not to spend it. And that's what I think it caught Chelsea fans out because even before this, Chelsea fans were panicking on Twitter and stuff like that. And I was like, it's caught you out because the whole rhetoric was that Liverpool don't have money. We are broke. No, Liverpool have money. We choose not to spend it. It's not like we didn't have the 50 million to pay for Lavia. It's that we didn't see him at the valuation of 50 million. Now we're going in for Caicedo. We put 110 million, which again, I'm going to keep the same energy. It is overpriced, but I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
Mate, listen, I agree. The whole notion that Liverpool broke is just utterly ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Don. I don't know if he's going to turn his camera on or not. Man might be laying in bed or something. Might be in a dark room crying. But Don, you said the money wouldn't be a problem and you would get the man. How are you feeling now that Liverpool have gone and broke the English transfer record, blown you out the water, and as of right now, look like they're getting him?
Listen, I'm surprised. I am surprised. I said this literally earlier today that I did not expect Liverpool to come in and outmuscle Chelsea financially. It's just so embarrassing because we've taken so long, like I've been saying, so long to negotiate, going back and forth, dilly-dallying, and it's clear to see that Tony Bloom hasn't been budging. He has not been budging. So these guys should have realized that, you know what, we need to pay up the money now because another team could still come in. Do you know what I mean? The Premier League, the openers coming real soon. Another team could just come in, and that's exactly what's happened. We've left the door wide open for another team to come in. So, listen, if Liverpool do end up getting him and we don't come back with another bid, I have to hold that. I have to hold that because I put my chest out there. I said, you know, Liverpool don't scare me because, you know, history will tell you that Liverpool don't want to splash out the way that Chelsea would, you know, in situations like this. So for me, I've been saying it. This is one of the worst negotiations that I've seen my whole time of watching football. This has to go down as one of the worst. I don't even care if it's my club. I'm just being real with it. This has to be one of the worst, naive, slow negotiations I've ever seen. It's an absolute joke. It was a one-horse race, pretty much. And we messed it up. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's peak. I'm rattled right now. Obviously, I've seen the quotes that have come out from Pius about Fabrizio. You know, Chelsea aren't giving up yet. We'll see what we bounce back with, but we're gonna have to come back with another crazy bid. We're gonna have to come back with another crazy bid.
No, you're going to have to. A few people saying that Fabrizio has not said, here we go. And I understand that. But David Ornstein has said, and I'll quote him now directly, Liverpool reached an agreement with Brighton to sign Moises Caicedo for the British record 110 million. Brighton held an auction using midnight deadlines, what he said. Liverpool, the highest bidder, Chelsea at 100 million. Personal terms, a formality plus medical plan for Friday. Now, David Ornstein, the guy barely mentions a transfer that doesn't happen. So for him to be like put out there like personal terms of formality, the only way I see this changing now is if you guys come back in and match or outbid Liverpool. Yeah. But I just don't know if that's going to happen now.
We have a rebuttal bid, Terry. I think there's a chance we have a rebuttal bid, but I don't think we're going to do that rebuttal bid. So right. I think it's pretty much over.
It's crazy. Neeks, obviously, from your point of view, looking at this, it's obviously not good because Liverpool are much bigger rivals to us and they're signing a star. But what's your kind of take and reaction to this whole situation, mate?
It's a bittersweet. It's bittersweet because the bitterness is that Liverpool could potentially be back. They could be challenging for a title this season. They've got potentially elite forward line. We know they've got world-class, at least one world-class player there, and quality elsewhere, potential elsewhere. If they get Caicedo, as it looks like, that midfield looks ready to go. If it clicks, you got Caicedo and McAllister already got that chemistry. And with the youth exuberance on the side of the three of them, it looks like it could go. If they get another centre-back, which they desperately need as backup, then for me, there's no excuse for them not to challenge for a league title next year. Klopp is a world-class manager, top 3, top 2 in the world. So there's no excuse. That's the bitter part because I don't want Liverpool anywhere near a league title. But the sweet part is hopefully tomorrow I see the look on Don's face. I want to hear Ches in the group chat because the cockiness of the Chelsea fans for weeks and weeks and weeks that this deal it's only a matter of time. It's inevitable. You're not Thanos. The lies that have been spun by Chelsea fans in protecting their ownership ever since they've been there from last summer. We've changed direction now. We're doing better in January. We've got people that know what they're doing just to deflect from the realities of Chelsea Football Club. Igal was right. You're a mess. There's a lot going on there that ain't going right. The excitement that somehow you think you're going to be back with Poch now and all these young players and, I saw them in pre-season. You ain't got a clue about these players. You've never seen them before they played a few friendlies this summer. And now you ain't getting your main target after being outbid by Liverpool. Did Liverpool outbid anyone? I don't remember the last time Liverpool. This is embarrassing. And as much as it hurts me that Liverpool are the beneficiaries of this, Chelsea fans need this. They need this humbling. So I don't want it to go through, but it kind of needs to go through just to bring some equilibrium back. You lot just need to, humble yourself.
Listen, the only way, listen, what these lot can do right now to redeem themselves is come back with another bid. right? And we deserve that as a fan base because you lot have
No,
taken
you don't.
way
No,
too
you know
long.
what's no,
We
wait,
deserve that.
don't,
Yes, we
stop,
do.
We deserve
stop,
that
Yes,
one,
as
we
a
no,
fan
do.
base. We
stop,
deserve
stop,
that as a
stop,
fan
don't
base.
stop,
Yeah,
stop,
please. For how
one
long?
second,
Go on, go
one
on, go on,
second.
go on.
You don't deserve it. You stole Modric. You paid over the odds on Enzo. You took Willian off Spurs' medical table. Essien, Robben, check. They're Ballack. They're supposed to be Man United players.
Mikel.
Mikel, you took him out of a Man United shirt. You don't deserve nothing but what's happening right now. I'm not hearing it. Chelsea fans need this humbling. It's just a shame that Liverpool's going to benefit from it. But yeah, you got to hold that. You have to.
Do not group all of us together. Don and
All
Ches are
every
the
last
only
one. And no. That David, the Chelsea fan that was just born a second ago, they need it. They need this humbling. It's a useful life lesson that they don't even know they ain't learned yet. Listen, all of you can hold that. All of you.
I'm gonna go to Staffy in a minute. I want to do some more of these super chats.